You're the best, Taylor. Can we cover that for the rest of the races?
No,
Just put it in there as we all understand. You're good at racing, Taylor.
I'm okay at racing.
Why did they put me out front? That's
So
just
I
a
can
waste
take
of
you
time.
out.
I'll do that so Neil can get a little.
Thank you.
Who's gonna take who out? Oh no!
You can take yourself out.
I hit you, then Neil come around and he nudged me.
I missed that arrow.
Oh no! I missed both. I missed two arrows. Oh no! I don't have enough speed to stay on. I don't have enough speed to stay on the fucking loop. So I missed both arrows. That's what I get for following Taylor. Well, you kind of stuck on the rumble strip just a hair long there, Taylor.
No, I was there perfect timing, and I just didn't come over fast enough.
I seen you real far left before you got to the fucking little loop-de-doo. I was going so well to that shit. It might have been interesting with three of us right next to each other. All I had to do was hit one of those two arrows and I could have stayed on the loop. Yeah, I got all the way up to the top of the loop and I just fell down. Loop. I've done that before, but it's been a long time.
Well, you shouldn't follow people. You should be your own independent person, Todd.
I was keeping the pressure on you.
That's what it was. I've got
I'm
a
not gonna
text.
finish the first lap at about 2:15.
Probably from that fucking bitch who won't stop talking to me. I swear to God, if I hit you, Neil. If I hit you, I would have been so pissed.
Why was he ahead of you?
No. With the
How did you
loop-de-loop
hit him?
bullshit.
Oh, the over-under, you mean?
Yeah, it was
Oh,
about
you
a
talking about the
second.
over-under?
Yeah.
I hate that. That's the stupid part of racing. I don't know. I want the race to be decided by something I control, you know. There's been times like on Spinner when I've had like a big lead on them and that, and then boom, it's just gone. I'd say I've been hit the most on Spinner.
I love when I race
Over
Clunky
unders.
on Spinner and I hit him in the back and he goes flying off and he blames me for it. I'm like, bro, go faster.
Wow, I just went off the... I don't even know what I'm doing anymore. I'm not even gonna have one good lap.
Oh, I spun out. Shit. I spun out on the loop too. What the hell?
That's a bad spot to do that.
Neil just... Oh, we just got to the rumble... Or the... You missed that one!
What happened?
He missed going up the building. He missed one of the arrows.
Arrows. That's what happened to me. If I missed 2 of them. Fuck that run strip. I'm making sure to hit these arrows.
Okay. I'm okay. I'm okay.
Wow, what's wrong? Fuck it. So one of us has to finish the race. I would stop right there. Doing stupid shit. I haven't had a clean lap and yeah, I don't know when. That's six laps in a row over 2 races that I can't drive clean. This is an easy course. There's no excuse to go off the map 3 times.
Todd's best lap is a 2:12 right now. A solid 30 seconds off the pace.
I'm just Sunday driving it now.
I'm just watching Neil sit here. Oh, there we go. 2:06. Drop that 6 seconds. That's a pretty good lap time for a non-custom car.
Having issues with staying on the map.
What's the next track?
So I don't have his playlist memorized. Ooh.
You're telling me there's bike races on this bitch? You're telling me there's fucking compact car races on here?
There's 2 of them on there, actually.
Oh, shit. You're really testing me now. It's a good thing I upgraded the Pariah. Or Prairie. Same thing. Just slower.
Oh, you do got the Prairie?
I do have the Prairie.
I got mine, but I didn't fix it up yet. Yeah, it's a dockyard one. Taylor probably raced this before, at least back in PlayStation 3 days.
If I remember it.
I think this is a pretty old race.
We're doing Pariah? Okay.
I don't think he'd won anything else.
Well, if it's a dockyard circuit, then...
Yeah, you can, but there's long straightaways on this.
Oh, I think I know this one. It's been so long since I've raced, like, regular races.
You guys are going slow. Alright, sorry, Neil. Sorry.
Yep, I remember this race now.
God damn it, glitched! God damn it, glitched! I couldn't tell where anything was at. Taylor disappeared twice.
I disappeared?
I went out into the water. I just respawned. I went clear out in the fucking ocean. Fuck it. I might just stop here. I can't even keep my car on the road.
Ow.
I keep trying to restart, Neil, and I keep spinning out in spots. Oh, god damn it.
Whoa!
Go ahead. Go ahead.
The Pride did not like that at all.
I said go ahead. He's sitting there spinning out.
Careful after coming through that guard shack.
Sometimes you can climb that wall and end up in the fucking waters. I just missed that checkpoint back. I don't even know how. I just respawned. You're driving back to it? We never do that. We've raced too many races.
You've raced too many stun races.
We did a bunch of. We just did my whole playlist.
You wanna do my playlist? Mine are harder than these tracks.
Yeah, I definitely got the focus for that when I can't do these easy ones. Well, I wouldn't want it any other way.
We can run Savitar.
You know, I went all the way around the trees to hit my checkpoint. I didn't even know you were there until I seen your nose sticking out. Oh, beautiful. See that? That was beautiful, Neil. Way too fast. I hate the way that sidewalk jumps you.
Yeah, the sidewalks are overkill on this part of the map.
Because you'll go to cut that fucking corner, and you'll catch this thing, then you'll just jump.
Yep.
God damn it, I should know better than that. There was a checkpoint that we missed last time. I'm not good to that area at all. Oh, spun me out. And I even slowed down for it, Neil. That was a little bit on purpose, just because it didn't matter anymore. That lap wasn't going to be good no matter what I did from that point on.
I was turning there.
I'm spinning out places. Taylor passed you?
I fell in the water.
Come on.
I'm gonna throw my controller again, I swear to God. I have 3 actually now.
Yeah, I got some ones too, but I don't know if I want to use them. Way too fucking wide. Wow, I got to stay on my feet that time. Amazing.
Careful the guard shack.
That's the worst part of it. Come on. Just to end insanity. Oh, the part that flies you up in the air? 50-50 whether you fucking... I mean, even when I slow down, it doesn't necessarily... I had like 2 squirrels. Well, we just got off to such a bad start, victimizing each other. At 128. You can tell we both were racing together. I've got something around there, maybe a 124, 123 before. I don't know if I've ever had a completely clean lap, though. There's too many things.
Fuck yeah, let's do it.
Taylor don't mind. He doesn't even need warm up for something like for this one.
You
He's
guys
done
can
it so
choose
much.
Wagner's, I'll choose the X80. You should have done 45 minutes with us.
No doubt. Where are you, Wagner?
Alright, if I get a better lap than you guys, then I don't know what I'm gonna do.
For me, it's all about the first turn. And it's the
Oh,
one I do the worst. When I have another race like that, I'll back off. We don't need to get off to another bad start. Oh, I hope you get some speed, Neil. I really don't want to slow down again. Squirrels. Secret squirrels, Neil. That's how you separated a little bit there. Oh, I caught the dirt, Neil. Cut it in too fucking tight. Caught a little bit of the dirt there. Taylor's working his butt off with that car. That's all right. Let's miss the checkpoint again. Did I disappear in time, Taylor?
you were out of the racing line for me, so it's all good.
That's a shitty placement for that fucking checkpoint. If you even get anywhere in the neighborhood, you should get that fucker. I would like to fucking get around that last rock without ending up in the fucking grass and the rum strip over there. I remember when I used to practice it, I could figure out a way. And Neil's on a whole different part of the track than me. I'm driving right behind him, but somewhere else. Taylor's in the pro, though. You should be able to. I spun out. I've raced too many races. Well, I got a ways to go to get to that spot.
Oh shit, it's okay. I mean, Neil did put this on 5 laps, so We're gonna be running this for a little
Get
bit.
a chance to, yeah. I did it on 7 when me and Neil did it.
Why not 34? Shit, I fucked up. Oh, my controller is about to get thrown. Just trying to give Todd second place back.
Ah, I'm getting squirrely. On spots where I never get squirrely.
Yeah, but I'm in the X80.
Can at least see you again. I stayed on the pavement this time. That makes a huge difference. I gotta make sure to keep doing that. Oh, I barely caught that fucking little metal grating thing. I was getting right behind Taylor too. Now I gotta work it all again.
Handy cat.
Poor kitty. She can come in my room. And lick the moisture off all my pop cans. Anytime she wants. Well, I got a lot of seconds to make up. I'm like 5 seconds behind this spot that I'm supposed to be in. About 4 seconds. I can see Taylor again.
Come on, thank you. Alright, Todd, here's your... You have 5 seconds to catch me.
It's the last lap already?
Yep. Don't worry, in the league we would have had like 20 more laps to go, so...
If you were in the proto, you'd be in trouble if you had to go that long.
I don't know.
I severely like messed up 2 or 3 times. God damn it, how did I get wide and rub the wall there? I never do that. Squirrely there. Could have caught some more on Taylor there. You see, his car's looking bigger and bigger to me.
Good, this is a
Not
big
enough
ass
time
car.
now. I rubbed the wall there, that should help you some.
How? Mine are just warming up.
Just caught the dirt there. I'm thinking about this parking.
You're just pushing the car too much.
tired of driving around dirt mounds and.
You want to do Mercedes? Oh, okay.
I only had one good lap the whole time. And if I could keep doing the one good lap, I'd probably be a little bit competitive.
What was the best lap times? Nice.
Me. That's me.
1 second slower than my best lap, or
I think it's a liar because I thought it was a 138 when it fucking gives a different time when you go through.
normal time
To
on
me, I
that
could have
track's
swore, so I
138.
was thinking in my mind, I got a 138. I just can't keep enough focus for long enough. Oh, I forgot.
I didn't hear anything. Walk
Taylor would be fine
line.
with this. You can do the proto on this one too.
Yeah, but I don't really like the proto on this one.
There's no way I do the proto on this one. They got like 2 or 3 of some of the nastiest curves that you're pretty much going to see in races.
Conky's still got a better lap time than me by 0.5. 0.5.
So this is a race he's always been good at. I've improved my time a couple times recently on this, but there was a lot of room to improve from my old times on this.
Let's see what Todd's racing. He is racing the Wagner.
I'd say 21's too much work.
Todd, why didn't you start? Todd! I think Todd's dead. Oh, he's lagging.
Well, being that you wiped me out, yeah.
You're lagging. You didn't start for me. Hello? Hello? I think... I know, but Todd... Where's Todd?
I've been here.
Oh. I don't hear...
I might be done racing for the night.
She didn't even start in my screen.
That's what happened to me on... That's how things got messed up on that dock one. You would like disappear and then all that stuff, and then I was confused where anybody was at, and then Neil all of a sudden was there, and then...
You jumped way off to the side.
I had that problem early when I was doing survivals. I kept shooting the guys, and they kept standing back up again.
Is it glitching? I am?
Yeah, I got real confused in that dock race because I wasn't sure where anybody was at. Like I said, This is about our 15th and 16th. After a while, I start losing focus. Plus then we were on for a while before the racing. So I start getting those kind of tired gaming eyes. I do. Oh yeah, my focus is way gone. I can hold it for little stretches. There was no need for a squirrel. Alright, yeah, follow another squirrel with another squirrel. It was going great before then too. I was having a pretty good lap.
Come on, little bagger, you can do it. How many laps did you put this thing on? Oh, I thought that. What? I thought that was the third lap.
We're on.
I thought that was the third lap.
Don't you dare catch any of it.
I swear I did 4 laps on this thing.
Yeah, sometimes it gets your nose all. If you're just turned a little bit. Are you kidding me? Come off the goddamn thing. I hate it when it won't come off the fucking tube. I mean, I was tearing it up. I was catching on Neil like nobody's business. I got a little more torque. He got into the tube, but he didn't get high on the first part of it. And then I had so much speed I couldn't fucking get off the goddamn fucking tube before the gate. Why do you even have to have a gate there? Why can't it just be an open goddamn tube?
Because GTA wants to make you suffer as much as they can make you.
Make you drive through goddamn soccer balls, bowling
Son of a
pins,
bitch.
gates.
That was gonna be such a fucking good lap too.
Well,
Oh, that would
first
have.
lap was gonna suck no matter what, but either one of my last 2 laps, if it wasn't for one spot in them, would have been good.
Fucking throw something, right?
What happened? Oh, I have my nose all tied up in the fucking rails over there. I can't do anything right. Surprised it didn't spin me out completely. It eventually let me out.
Oh, I did get. Did I just break our best lap time? What was Conky's record? Because I just got a 25.136.
Oh, I think he's got a 224, I thought.
Yeah, damn, I don't remember what it was.
I don't even know how I got a 229, to be honest with you. I didn't have a clean lap, period.
Oh, cutting corners. But choose like a muscle cars or something like that.
You don't have any muscle cars, really, I don't think.
What the hell? I don't want to do supercars again.
I think we should do it in the Briosa.
I don't have the Briosa.
You got the Prairie.
Yeah, but it's not as fast as the Briosa.
Let's do it in Insurgents. Sports? Oh, Pariah.
Okay.
I'm meaning to try that. This is going to be interesting for sure.
It's because we're not in. This is a regular race. This isn't considered a stunt race.
Right, stunt race, you get the choice between whatever you were wearing in the lobby before you came in and whatever your racing outfit is designated to be. This is going to be interesting.
Jeez, look at the gap between me and Neil.
Oh, Slipstream is
Slipstream's on.
No wonder why all of a sudden somebody was on my ass. Wow, that turn is way different than in a Wagner. Oh, I don't even want to try. Hell, there's ketchup on. Why even? He's gonna suck me through this thing and then send me in there. Fuck that. I don't want to cut corners behind Slipstream.
I don't think ketchup is on.
Oh, wow. I had to slam on my brakes there. I got so wide. Wow. Wow.
Alright, we're just setting best lap times, I guess, on this track.
Well, it's kind of... And you got to slam your brakes on from going way out in the middle of nowhere. Well, then you got the Slipstream on, which makes it a little... It definitely threw me off at the beginning. I had a hard time judging that one.
Bro, if he gets under a minute on this track.
Not with the Pariah, he won't.
Yeah, he does.
With the Pariah? I bet you he doesn't.
He has.
Well, I have to see that one because I don't believe that.
Because the elegy got a minute. He used the elegy and got a minute with it.
That is the only thing he does in the game. He doesn't do any of the other fighting or business or aircrafts.
He does business
Oh, come
sometimes.
on. I spun out on a spot where I was doing nothing wrong, and I was right on Taylor. It just spun out. I mean, I didn't do. It was nothing tricky, nothing going on. Just all of a sudden, just spun out on me. For the hell of it. Thought it'd be fun to spin out, I guess. Oh, hit the tree. That's always nice. Thought I was doing it good.
That was perfect.
I'd like to do it some more times and try and get it down.
I hit the
Let's have a clean lap there. That's what I did last time. Just barely. It felt like it was going to be a great turn.
I just went full force into him, so. Ah! Overshot that corner. Braking point sucked.
Getting a little skid action, that's for sure.
Yeah, definitely. Especially near the hospital right here. Going through the hospital.
I had to slam on the brakes. It was never going to stop, just tapping them. Oh, there's a telephone pole. Of course I can't have one clean lap. Everything to that point was the best that I had done. God damn squirrely fucker. Can you get a little more squirrely for me? I've had a whole race of that.
Oh, I just double clutched this bitch. Holy shit.
I don't think it's really needed on this race.
I almost spun out because of it.
Come on. Every time, just one fucking thing. For me, that was, I just wanted to see what it was gonna be like. If I could have just had one clean lap, just one. There was always one with a bounce off of a pole or a tree or a spin out. I could have definitely did better than I did.
Hello everyone, I'm Profil on 3. Otherwise, let's see whenever you're doing rally racing, it's not just in the top 5 for supercars.
The Pariah, Brophy got, it's the Pariah is a 1 minute .828 on that track.
That's because all he does is sit there and race that fucking course over and over and over and over again. I think he lives on that course. I mean, he tests everything on that course. I'd like to see what he does on other races in the game.
He does pretty well in other races.
Well, I can't see how the tradition of focus that I'm having tonight's going to change. I have literally not had a clean lap today. And I'm stuck in back. So even though I get some good speed, I'm not going to be able to pass anybody through the fucking needle hole. Sorry, Neil. Stop. Oh, come on.
Oh shit.
I survived it.
We'll see how damaged my proto is.
Me and you went through the needle hole at the same time.
Oh!
Whoa!
Holy
Me and
shit.
Taylor almost got some serious over under. Oh, see, I'm right on your left. We both got to that pretty good. Fuck that.
This is my part of the track right here. I get so much fucking top speed off that.
Over under.
I'm staying on the side.
I already know where I'm going to mess up, so I'm going to go for it. And I'm about 50-50 on it.
You guys are battling so hard up there.
Oh, I fucking come out of that tube all cockeyed and that and fucking hit the rail. Oh, Neil's going slow. Yeah, I didn't get a good one, Neil. I went right and it sent me left.
I don't think it literally did anything to help.
I didn't do it. I didn't get it.
I know. Neil did. So I don't think it really did anything, to be honest. Oh!
Damn it.
It's a bitch to drive.
I deserved what I got though, because I just drove off. I think I'm done. If I'm going off there, I just don't have it anymore. It's like when you're driving and you forget you're driving for a couple seconds, and then you like go 4 or 5 blocks, and you're like, God, I don't remember driving any of those 4 or 5 blocks. I'm in that kind of mode right now. And you can't be like that and do stunt races. or any kind of races. You got to be spot on every fucking second of the race. And I think I have a short window for that. Tell you the truth, I didn't even race that well when we did my playlist, to be honest with you. But it's gotten another level worse since even my playlist. When I got a list and you give me a...
I just did 243.
Did you get the thing?
No, I didn't drive the side.
And that's the sad thing. I drove like shit today, and I still got a couple times on things. So I just have no consistency.
Holy shit. Turn, you big ass boat.
I won't be around to watch Taylor have to deal with when it was cool.
When what was cool?
Oh yeah, when I drove off, I'm like, that's it. I stayed equal parts of the track. You know, on the actual... Just drove right off the fucking top of it. If that's a part of the course, the weather of the race.
That's where I pushed Conky off that one time, and then he became a little bitch about it. And then I finally just left.
Remember how mad he got out of...
Yeah.
This was just a couple weeks ago. No, it wasn't. It was double loop.
Yeah, he was pissed about that one.
He drove through me at the fucking finish line, and there was no problem in that. So I admit I could it off, and we were going through the first tube. And as he was going ahead of me, he flew off to the left and went clear off the map.
It's like, you could have given me space.
Like, you know, I might
can't really
drive through me at the finish and not even say it.
Yeah.
Because he didn't want to slow down for me, and I can kind of understand that. When you were going through the tube and I was faster than you, I for you. I kind of did it on purpose, but not 100%.
Yeah, I got a 243.7. That was terrible.
That's what I did.
You need some alone time with it? Oh.
Yep, I just sat there and practiced riding it and experimented on
Oh,
what
son of a
courses I thought it
bitch.
would do good on. And
You have to use it on this one.
it's a great. What race is this?
Green machine.
Yeah, he doesn't have to, but
To get a
I
good
would.
time, yeah. Well, you can't kick it because it's not as easy as the Wagner race.
Well,
So
to tell
it
you the
takes
truth, Neil, your
time.
best lap when you did it even the first time was on core of what you got with the Wagner. The 241 for one of your 3 laps, which is kind of what you've been doing with the Wagner. I can't see where it would hurt.
Oh, I had to back out of that.
It actually feels good not to be racing right now. In those first 2 tubes, I don't even know where there's a comfortable spot to loop. How many spirals, Taylor, do you do in the last tube on the way out to the finish?
In green machine, I don't do any. Well, the corkscrew, but that doesn't count as a loop. Nope.
Right, I'm talking, and when I was talking about it, I meant how many before that, you know, gate.
I don't do any loops at all in this race. Or in any race, to be honest. Besides Gauntlet.
I do it in spinner on that first tube. Well, yeah, Gauntlet you have to in that first tube because it gets you through there cleaner.
Yeah, if you tried to force it back down, you just screw yourself. So.
There's a little uneven area that sometimes will spin out your car if you don't do the spiral. And you can actually do 2 spirals on that first tube. I only go with the second one when it forces me into it. I think Neil will have to get off there soon anyway. It's 10:30. It's past Neil's bedtime.
I don't sleep, so...
He gets up at like 5 in the morning. 5:30.
I usually, you know, go to bed at like 11:30, sit there in bed till 2:30, go to sleep, then finally wake up at 5:30 and then can't go back to sleep. So...
I'll go to bed anywhere from 10 to like midnight, and I don't sleep a lot of times solid through the night. I might get like a series of 2 and 3 hour intervals during the night. Sometimes I can get back to sleep and sleep a few more.
I'm
Part of
hauling
it's my
ass right
fault
now.
though. I'm always sleeping to YouTube going, so you know how sometimes if you're half awake, you're hearing that you're actually hearing what they're saying. Yeah, you got to take a different approach. I would only do spirals on that last two. Oh, that's curve. Every now and then I'll get a hard landing with that proto too. When I feel like I'm doing it the same like I always do, all of a sudden it'll be like, oh. Yeah, I'm not sure how much more speed the fucking spirals at the end are really giving you. Because I've gotten 238 without doing it, and I've gotten 238 with doing it. I noticed it less than the Pariah. I noticed it less than the Proto. Because you're already getting really good speed in the tube anyway.
I just did a 237.
You know how I always go to the left on that last tube, Neil, to get off the pavement and get on the metal tubing as soon as possible? That's why I always do that.
Todd, what's your best lap time with the Proto?
I had a real low 238, like a 238.00 something.
I just did a 237.7.
It could have been a hair better. I was like kind of sloppy coming around the end there. Yeah, you're gonna have to practice that sucker outside of racing and like put it on 4 or 5 lap races and just work out the bugs, because it is worth racing it on Green Machine and Spinner. I mean, I can't come anywhere near the proto time on Spinner. My best might have been a 247, Neil, with the Wagner.
Mine was a 245.
Well, I gave up on that pretty early. I'm sure I could probably up it at some point. Just like when I went back with Gauntlet and beat my proto time with the Wagner. I think when I was racing the Gauntlet with the Wagner, I hadn't had my line totally determined yet. I think I've gotten a couple like 245s and 6s with the Nero. I can actually do better on Spinner with the Nero than I can the Wagner.
It's because the Nero's faster in a straight line.
The Spiral's pretty nice too. It does crazy sailing through the air shit on jumps.
235, 236. Ooh, low 237 that time.
You're probably getting the S curve a little better than I am. That's probably where the money's at.
236.9.
I gotta work that down a little bit.
Yep, I got 236.9 with it.
I've done that in an XA21 before.
I race better when I'm pissed off.
I race better when I'm like not like burnt out and tired. So you get out of driving the compact car. Oh, after the playlist. So you don't get out of driving. You know the area you're driving. You're just driving through the hood when it was cool. And that all through like the hood, Neil, like all the baller area. North end of town. Really, to me, that area looks kind of like part of the area you're driving through is somewhere around the Franklin area, I thought.
Nope, we're doing splits.
Oh, you took out when it was cool? We just raced that recently. Like a few days ago. I could live without the soccer balls at the end of that one tube. That I think would be a nice subtraction. I agree, but particularly on coming out of the end of a tube.
I've gained $100,000.
And the soccer balls wipe you out. Like if you hit the soccer ball, like say in
I chose the prairie. Why is it giving me this?
See, that happened to me. Did it not happen? Did I tell you earlier I picked the prairie and it made me drive my Brosio?
I'm driving the Weenie Classic, so...
You will be spinning out like a mofo.
Well, I can't use the curbs because it says the handling flags, and it's slower than that Brezio, so...
I think what happened is, Taylor, that they just added this car on and there's something goofy going on where it's not letting you use it. So I picked it earlier too. I told Neil, and mine ain't even fixed up. I'm like, I want to drive it anyway. And all of a sudden, I start to race out and I'm in my Brosio.
This thing can't handle worth a shit.
Oh, I know. Wait till you get to the tubes. Brosio's kind of a badass little car. Surprised you don't have one, Taylor.
I used to have one, but then I never did this race, so I sold it.
It don't cost that much.
It's like 100,000.
It was like 3, I think, but still, it's still pocket change. Maybe like a total of 500,000-600,000 to buy it and have it fixed out and everything. I can't remember how much I just paid for that prairie.
Shouldn't be much. It was like 50,000.
200 maybe.
Yeah, it was like no to buy it. It was like 50,000.
Was it?
Yeah.
I tried to find it last week and I couldn't find one. I was driving around looking for one. And then 3 days later, it's all of a sudden I'm like, you can buy it now?
Yeah.
Well, they did the same thing with the Ruiner. See, I thought you could buy the Ruiner. I didn't realize that was one of the rare cars.
I never bought.
Even though you see them all the time.
Yeah, I don't have that one.
I had it and I got rid of it because it was getting in the way of my space.
All right,
I don't have a whole lot of parking left.
Done racing this. I'm gonna go play a game on my phone.
He's in there wiping out with the teeny weeny. He would have had at least a screaming chance in the prairie, I think. Because Conky was hanging with us for a while in the prairie.
You raced the Conky earlier?
Like freaking, this was probably like 3 weeks ago.
Oh.
And we did, and we used the prairie, and he
pissed me
matter of fact,
off.
he was ahead of me on the last lap because Neil got mad and quit. So he was with me on the last lap, and he goofed up about halfway through, and
He sent me a thing. Said join part-time job network, earn $300 every week. And I'm like, why'd you
doing
send
what?
just like on your phone, like inviting people to this thing? I was like, I don't think you can make money off that. But anyways,
Inviting people to do what?
to sign up for this thing. And I'm like,
Oh.
no, I'm not doing it. And then I
That's
sent back,
sales.
yeah, I was like, why'd you send me this? And he's like, just do it. You make money off of it. And I'm like, yeah, he said, just do it. It actually works. If you sign up and share the link to everyone that clicks it, you get $5 to $10, and after 300, you get paid. And hey, just an easy way to make money. I'm like,
Fuck you. If you fuck me, you'll only be fucking yourself. Yourself.
I'm like, that sounds like a scam to me.
Oh yeah, like a pyramiding sort of thing. Where you get paid basically on how many other suckers you can get doing what you're doing.
So, yeah, I haven't talked to him. And not to mention, yeah.
Well, he's getting on my nerves kind of in the way that Jay was there for a while with inconsiderate shit with the noise blaring out of the TV stuff. There's a reason why I don't do that and stuff like that. I'd like to have my headphones off and hear the shit through the TV. But there's a reason why I don't. Then why you don't, and why Neil don't.
Well, I have mine go.
Oh, you had a good last lap?
My headphones, so it's not that bad.
Well, if you got stuck with the teeny weeny, you would have hated that. Before it was cool, or is it before it was cool, or when it was cool? Before it was cool, with that teeny weeny would be quite fun. Mm-hmm. It only put me on the Brosio because the Brosio is my first choice. So I think teeny weeny was Taylor's next choice.
That was my first choice.
So it gives you whatever. If you pick the Prairie, it's going to give you whatever's first in the line of cars that you pick from.
Like that, yeah.
That's what I'm assuming, at least. Because it could have put me in the Panto or something else, but it put me in the Brosio, so... So you must not have any other than the Prairie and the Weenie, you don't have anything else in that category?
Nope, that's it.
Well, that sucks. That means until they fix whatever bug or whatever is in there and that, you're not going to be able to use it.
Son of a bitch. Alright, let's get this over with.
Is it the before it was cool?
No, it's Gauntlet.
Oh. Well, you're not going to have any problems on that.
No, the only problem I have with it is it's 3 minute and 15-second lap.
That ain't no 3:15. It's going to be like 3:12 at least.
Still, that's a long ass lap.
I've gotten like a 3:17 in that fucking RH whatever fucking thingy. Non-customized.
I just know my best lap time is a 3:10 on this track, so.
Yeah, mine's in the 3:10, but it's a higher 3:10 than yours. And it's with the Wagner.
Yeah, Ace has a 310. He's like a 310-1. I have a 310-3, and then yours is like a 310-8 or something like that.
Yeah, I just got in there. I was pleased because that meant I didn't have to drive the Proto anymore. That's a lot of work on the Gauntlet. A lot of work. It's the, let's see, you come down from the ramp, you land, you go down that first straightaway, and the first right's no problem, and you come back to the left's no problem, then it's that right after that. That one's a pain in the ass. That's really it. That's the only one that really I struggle with.
I hate this track so fucking much. It's one of my least favorites.
I like it when I'm in the Wagner. And the Proto scarier get going between the ramp than the Wagner is. I'm not saying I wreck it very often, but if it's going to happen, it's going to happen in the Proto. Yeah, that's why I had to give up, Neil. I couldn't stay on the map anymore in any race.
Yeah, I'm pissed off. I'm tired. Yeah, I'm not in a great mood.
I was racing decent at times way earlier in the day.
We're lucky nobody's in these races with us.
Right.
I would have destroyed. I would have taken a lot of people out.
That'd have been about the only thing I'd have been good for, the way I was racing. Oh, I told Neil the story earlier. I start out spinner. This is earlier in the day when I had good eyes and everything and racing. And I start out, by the time I get about 2/3 through the first lap, Taylor, I'm already like 13 seconds in. So, you know, I'm just like, okay, it's pretty much just racing this like I'm by myself. So, now mind you, the key detail is this is the first lap, Taylor. So, I come out of the last two. We swing around, you line up for the jump where you can do the conky cheat.
Mm-hmm.
I hit the arrow before you do the big, whatever you want to call that, going up. Yeah. There's a car already there. How in the fuck is somebody, when I've got the lead and I'm in first place and it's still the first lap, sitting there waiting for me?
You can jump it.
How?
You go backwards on it.
Yeah, but you can't go back up through there and get down there, can you?
Yeah, you can. Because that kid I 1v1'd did that to me.
On spinner?
Yeah. He's like, oh, you're not gonna win. And then he did that to me.
He had himself positioned, you know, sideways where you would T-bone him when you hit him. Yeah. Right there before the arrows. Yep. Going up that thing.
Yep.
And I just backed out.
Well, yeah,
like, I got a 15-second lead.
I would, yeah, and then I'd hit him. And then he'd respawn. So then I have to respawn.
And be there already.
No, he'd respawn, and then he'd be up at the beginning again. So then he'd sit in a little shrink down area. So I can't get, so I'd have to hit him again.
Right, because he never went anywhere in the race but reverse, so when he respawns, it's back at the beginning of the race.
Yeah, I seriously wanted to punch that kid in the face.
That's how I felt. Like, what the fuck is somebody doing here? Normally, I could see someone getting disgusted somewhere in the race, not saying that's even right, but I'm not expecting to see that on lap 1.
Yeah.
So I wasn't even prepared for that. I don't think it even showed his dot, Taylor. Maybe it doesn't even show your dot when you have negative. You know, you haven't even went forward on the race yet. I don't remember seeing a dot sitting there. I don't know what I would have done anyway. Where else am I going to go? Well, that was one of my ideas, Taylor, that if they got to put in some kind of program that is, if you turn around and go the wrong direction, your car turns into a non-contact car.
Yeah, it goes.
If you go idle, where you're waiting at a ramp or something like that, boom, you're transparent. That would take out a lot of the fucking bullshit. I mean, I don't want to race a ghost race or non-contact, but I don't want fucking people waiting at ramps and driving the wrong way on the course.
Yeah, that's what they're gonna say though. Like, oh, you can just put it in non-contact then.
No, because that's not racing.
No, that's what they're gonna say. You know.
Well, then I might as well just race by myself. I don't mind the contact that you get when it's in context of racing contact. There is a certain skill to having to get around somebody or that I appreciate. It kind of throws me off too when I'm racing a non-contact race. Barely seeing a car, like, messes with my concentration.
Yeah.
I got this guy that I raced with, like, I don't know, hell, it's probably been almost 2 months now, and I went ahead and accepted his friend request. And I noticed on Spinner he had a 225. So it's a glitch time.
Yeah.
I don't care how good you get. Even if you could do that cheat that I showed you, it still couldn't get you down to 225. So it's kind of like my green machine time. You can't get a 225 on green machine, no matter what you drive with. So I'm just happy with the fact that there was some kind of glitch with the
I
clock
just
or
hit a
something.
glitch. My fucking best lap I've had.
You hit the glitch in the tube or the glitch at the end before the ramp?
In the tube.
You got to stay in that freaking spiral longer, so when you come down, you're past it.
No, it was right before right before the arrow, or right in the arrow actually.
I've never hit that. Then I hit the one when you go through that little gate opening and you're spiraling through it, and then when you come down, that's when I hit it.
Yeah, I hit the arrows and it fucked me over.
That's one I've never gotten.
That's why I hate this
You must have a different line than me, so I would never see it.
This race.
Then I hit that one on the last ramp before the end there. Once in a blue. I don't do it anymore because I figured out how to miss it.
This race blows ass.
Did Neil drive the Proto, or is he going Wagner? Oh, you're parked down in the city? Down in the airport?
I'm so close to putting my fist through the wall.
I've been doing well at that race lately, but the way I'm racing tonight, I'm sure I would have found ways to mess that up too. I probably would have hit the ramp or something and had to start back at the beginning, or what bothers me is I got that freaking uh like good time with the proto on the gauntlet way back like shortly after I first got it, and I was getting those kind of laps like over and over, and all of a sudden I couldn't do it anymore.
Mm.
And it's like, you know, I can't. I wish I could. You know, wasn't doing anymore.
Oh, we finished within the city.
No, you guys are on race 11 now.
Yep.
So he took Ophelia out of there too.
We
no, we
raced
raced that
Ophelia.
earlier. So he did take out before it was cool. Well, you lucked out. That one's a gem.
Good. Saved one of my other controllers.
Trying to think of what he replaced it with. Yeah?
I
I
can
always
barely
thought you
hear him.
had
He's
City
getting
here and
quieter
there.
and quieter.
He's probably giving his ears a break. His headphones are loud enough where you can still hear us do them when they're not on his head.
That's why I got the turtle beaches. They go around my ears so they don't hurt my ears ever. I can wear them all day and they don't hurt.
Yeah, like mine, I just took mine off to try to test it. I couldn't hear you once these things are not over my ears. I can't hear anything that's coming out of them.
Those are good ones though.
I tried to do that, like put the thing around my neck where I can still have my mouthpiece near my mouth, but if I could just hear out of the things when they weren't on my head, I'd go with that.
Yeah. Damn. Neil passed
say
me
something
and
now.
pulling from me. I'm talking now.
Yeah, I couldn't hear you.
I probably could if
And
I
I had
turned
them
mine
just
all the way
above
up.
my ears.
Yeah. I probably could if I turned mine all the way up, but
I think mine is all the way up. Yep.
mine are probably...
They just got to be over my ears.
Mine are less than half volume right now, so...
Well, that's why I got to put my mouthpiece like super far away from my mouth, because if I think if the volume's all the way up, it's also going to the mic too, right?
Depends, because mine has two, so I
Mine
have
don't have a dual setting.
yeah, mine, I have volume to the ears, and then I can turn up the sensitivity of the microphone.
I got the $30 model.
Turtle Beaches?
You don't get all them extra switches and stuff on the $30 model.
Oh,
I like them though. They're very sturdy.
Mm-hmm.
They're hard plastic. You can tell. You could sit on them and they don't break. You can tell they made them for kids.
The Turtle Beaches?
Well, kind of, because I mean, everything's hard plastic, and it's kind of like stuff you make with kids in mind.
Well, yeah, but I mean, for a decent, these are pretty good though. They're pretty good headphones.
I use these when I'm on my phone and that
I
and stuff.
messed up.
Like I like the fact that these the adapters or the plugins are universal now.
Oh, yours are wired.
Oh yeah, I'd rather
Mine-
have the wire because I don't have to charge this thing.
Yeah, mine's Bluetooth. Or whatever.
Oh
you
yeah,
call
that's
it.
why it goes around your ear. Yeah. No, that's what I'd go to next. Probably just so that I wouldn't have to keep my ears covered all the time.
Yeah. Jeez, Neil's kicking my ass at this one.
He's been well. This is one of the races he does well at. He had a better time than me for about 2 weeks, and I just earlier barely passed him finally. So close to getting to that 226 range.
I don't even know what mine's at.
226.
Oh.
You're like a hundredths ahead of Conky. I'd say you're like, if you made me throw a guess, like maybe 226.3 something. Conky's 226.4. I think I'm like 227.1. I think Neil's like 227.3. Oh, in the city. Well, that's my race. You got to get a low 228. I almost had a 227 there. I want to say I'm either like 228.1. You're 230, like 0.2 or 3. Or not 230, 229. I meant 229 point like 2 or 3. And Conky's like right behind you. You gotta knock off like a whole second to get me. It's my race, goddammit. You gonna let me have something.
Yeah, I just shitted on your green machine, so.
No, I got a 225 on it. I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Yeah, uh-huh.
And I've gotten a lower time than that, but it will never show on there. I've gotten a lower. I've done lower than the 38 before on there. Been a while.
I did a 236.9.
I've done it with the XA21, and I've done it with the Proto before. But now that I got this stupid glitch on there.
I'm coming for you, Neil. Don't make a mistake.
You're actually going to still do, if I'm not mistaken, I remember the photo before, but it won't be on there, so I won't know. I could see you getting it down to a 4 or 5 maybe.
On
Green machine. 334, 234 or 235.
I might be able to.
I'm pretty sure. I want to say I got a 64. Not long after I first got it. See, I don't mature like normal people. I get a better time than I get worse as time moves on. Did you get dirty on him, Taylor?
I didn't, actually. He's the one that tried taking me out. He tried to pit maneuver me. I stood my ground.
Can't see any fault in that.
Yeah, I stood my ground.
This ain't Florida. Come here, Token. A little closer, Token.
He left.
Just beside the circle, Token. Bam, bam, bam. I'm standing my ground. I'm standing my ground. It was this South Park episode after the Trayvon Martin thing.
Yeah.
Come here, a little closer, Token. Wasn't that the same one as the Brad Pitt episode, Neil?
Oh, are you kidding me?
That one's hilarious. When they do a scene out of the zombie Z thing or whatever.
Oh, I'm gonna slam my PlayStation on the ground. I swear to God.
You don't break any more records that way.
Literally, I was literally half a second from finishing that race, and boom, Online session, connection lost.
Oh. You gotta go finish it now, Neil. It's a free win.
He left.
Oh. Yeah, Taylor ended up lagging out before the race ended.
Like, literally half a second before. Literally half a second.
Told you the glitchy one. Neil was the only one holding you in there.
Where's my controller? This one. Okay.
Did you throw one of your other shitty controllers?
Yeah, I just threw my controller again.
Well, I got a couple I don't use anymore. I'll send them to you so you can use those to
Please. Please. Because next it's going to be thrown at my TV. I swear to God.
Because the controller I had before that, Taylor,
Oh my God. Later.
All right, Neil.
Later, man.
Getting off here in a second myself. I'm going to take a leak and
Yeah, I haven't
find something to snack on, I think.
I haven't eaten anything all day, so I should probably eat something.
I've eaten good a couple times. It was just been a long time since the last meal. I'm going to say it was about 4, maybe. 4-ish.
I need to pick up the pieces of my controller, too. If I can find those.
Yeah, you don't want to be walking around and have some shard of plastic stick to your foot or something. Or if you got pets, you know, they swallow them or eat it. I don't think you have pets because I ain't never heard any noise in the background.
No, they all passed away before I knew you, so.
Oh, dude, when I was a little kid, my dad wasn't much of a pet guy and stuff like that, so I only had pets when I lived with my mom at first. And hell, I swear we went through a dog a year till I was about age 10.
Yeah.
So I had about six dogs in like 7 years. They'd get out, run away. A couple got ran over.
Well, yeah.
Just never had no luck with dogs at all.
The one that was hardest on me, we got when I was 2 years old. She died like 2 years ago. Like.
Oh, you had him since you were 2.
Yeah, that was like the hardest, like, thing that, death that I've
that's
had to
why
go
pets
through.
suck, because they don't live very long.
Yeah, I don't think I'll.
I mean, yeah, 18 years or 16 years or whatever is a long time, but not comparative to your life. It isn't very long.
My exes.
I mean, 16 is about a pretty good age for most dogs. I mean, small dogs live 15 to 20 years.
Yeah.
So it must have been a small dog.
No, she was actually a German Shepherd mixed with something.
That's real good. That's real good. Because medium-sized dogs are about 7 to 12, maybe.
Yeah.
And real big dogs, you're lucky to get past 7 or 8.
Yeah, that was probably the hardest thing I've, like, literally. It was weird too because, like, my mom's like, all right, I think it's time, like when I woke up to go to school, and I'm like, okay. So, I hugged my dog, and I was like, I'll see you in the next life or something like that. And then, like, all day I had to be like, I was at school too, like I had to go through the whole day, while my dog was just put down, like.
Right. Well, that's when they're so damn sick, and they get doggy cancer or whatever, and it's just not it used to be selfish for you to keep them around with the kind of pain that it's in.
Yeah, I was an emotional wreck that day, like.
I would have let you take the day off of school.
Yeah. That was not a good day for me.
I'd be like, you stay home today. Unless they just wanted you out of the way while they go get that done or something. Or
Probably. My
don't
ex.
want you involved in it.
My ex recently, I've been going through a lot of stuff, so I haven't been like myself lately. She's like, "Oh, you should probably go get you know, go get a dog for, I mean, that'll make you happy for 12 years. I'm like, yeah, until, you know, what happens after that 12
Then it really
years?
sucks. Yeah, then it
Yeah, then
really
it
sucks
sucks
when they
ass.
go. Because you'll
Like,
get real close to them, and
yeah, so I don't think I'll have another, like, pet.
I like dogs and cats more than I like most people.
Yeah, so I don't think I'll
So
have a, you know, dog for a long time, if at all. So
it's tough.
it's not like, you know, I don't like dogs and stuff like that. It's just, you know,
What's the point of getting all close to them and that if they're just gonna freaking
yeah.
die so soon?
And it's kind of like the people I've met, like, recently. You know, I've,
Dogs are just loyal. They want to be next to you. They want to be around you. They don't talk no shit.
I kind of wish they talked shit sometimes.
They do in their way. With some sassy barking.
Yeah.
Like Josh's dog, when I used to hear about that dog had some sassy barking. You could tell it was a smart ass bark. It wasn't just a bark to bark. That dog was actually saying something. You could tell it was a smart dog. Probably the smartest member in that family.
To be honest, yeah.
You think I was kidding? Did you really? I meant that shit.
Yeah, I don't think.
As much as I like them in that, if you're forcing me to be honest.
As much as they're good, you know, good people and stuff like that, most of the time, you know. But it's okay.
Well, yeah. Josh is got good-natured dude, all that stuff, you know.
He's a really
good,
I should get on
good
and
social manners. I mean, yeah, he might have some bad like manners, but
yeah, I should actually get on sometime and invite him to a party because I haven't talked to him since before he went to the hospital.
I've only physically talked to him that one time, and he wasn't with us long because he was having computer problems.
Yeah.
Maybe 15 minutes.
Well, he was in a party
With his brother.
Let's see, Friday before I got welfare checked. Yeah, I was about to join. So
I think he's kind of slow getting back into the fold because he spent about 2 months in the hospital every day and went through the surgery and you know, just, you know, I think he's been a little overwhelmed. That's like some semblance of normalcy.
yeah,
He seemed different. I guess what I'm saying, and I can't. Yeah, he's going some fucked up health issue shit. It wasn't the same, you know. Not that he was a dickhead, but he wasn't the same. He definitely didn't seem super happy.
yeah. Well, I wouldn't either, to be honest. You know.
Well, yeah, I wasn't expecting that. Just noting that he was different.
Yeah.
I think, you know, he'll come around.
Yeah, he'll eventually get better and stuff like that.
Well, he's got to get a heart.
Yeah.
That's some scary shit. You know, I mean, I don't know if I'd necessarily be scared with that because I have this attitude about things that are out of your control. You know, it's like, you know, I'll just block it off. Like, if I go, what the fuck can I do about it?
Yeah. Well, that's one of my mottos.
So what good is it going to do for me to sit there and have every day I got left be totally miserable?
Yeah, that's one of my mottos. Is like, stuff happens, you know. Like, things happen for a reason. Like, you know.
I think things happen for no reason. Too.
Yeah.
There's this random bullshit stuff. You know, I'm not religious.
Yeah.
So I don't get. You'll hear the reason thing. That I mean, I kind of believe in karma to an aspect, but if you want to go for my philosophical explanation of that, I don't believe in karma as some forces doing that, as opposed to karma in the sense that your actions sometimes get back to you later, and you think it's a surprise in that, and it's really just a result of your actions, karma, and not some power or force karma.
Speaking of religions, was it last week? No, 2 weeks ago. Some Jehovah's Witnesses came around. Hold on.
You're supposed to answer the door naked when they come.
It gets better. No, I couldn't do it because, so I park out behind my house, and then I walk back to, I walk back up front to my house, and they were standing at my door when I was walking back up. They're like, oh, do you live here? I just looked at them, turned, and ran away.
You don't even want to get started with conversations.
Yeah.
They'll never let it end.
Yeah, they're like, do you live here? And I just looked at them, just ran. Just
the most perfect scene, and this show's so far out of your lifetime, barely in your folks' lifetime. The old show of All in the Family. The main character is Archie Bunker, and the setting's in the 70s, and there's a ring or a knock on the door. He walks up and walks over, opens the door, and it's Jehovah's Witness. Sir, we have a minute of your time. No, and he just slams the door and walks back to the kitchen. But that's how that's handled.
Yeah.
Sir, can I have a moment of your time? No.
Why?
I didn't invite you.
I've had sometime oh, what's your philosophy reasons? And then I'm like, aliens.
Hey, don't knock that. I'm not going to say that. I don't have any proof. I'm not going to say it's not happening.
Yeah.
I ain't saying that it is. I'm saying you can't prove it's not. I don't think it's a crazy. They want to make you think it's a crazy thing. Why would something like that be crazy? A vast fucking millions and millions of. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, I just got something kind of operate voice PS4 right now, so I thought something goofy went with my mic. Millions of planets and stars. And there's not just millions of planets. There's billions of universes.
Yeah.
And you're going to be shocked that there's possibly some other, entities and things in the billions of other galaxies. Why would that be a stretch? Now, whether they got here or not, that's another thing. But if they exist, then it's possible for them to be here.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I think most. I mean, if you ask me to try as logical as I could be, I would say that a lot of stuff we're seeing is technology that hasn't been released to us yet.
Yeah.
We're flying some pretty crazy stuff that's well ahead of what you could conceive of. That they're just. It's still top secret stuff that they don't want nobody to know about.
Yeah.
And you look at it, and it probably is crazy and whack, but it's us.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I think is more likely. Like the big triangle fucking thing that I've seen plenty of videos and look real. They didn't look doctored around there. That looks like something we could make.
Yeah.
For what? I have no idea. Whatever. But it looked within the realm of the type of stuff that could be made from our kind of materials. So we got a big one. We probably figured you could let people see that, and then when they call it UFOs, you call them crazy. Nobody believes it, and no secrets broken.
Yeah.
Because they had some real good footage of that over Chicago, over Texas. I've seen some good videos. It looked like the same thing on each one that I've seen. So I find that believable, the fact that the same report with the same exact type of footage of the same exact looking thing, that's ours.
Mm.
If it's not ours, it's still humanity's. But I don't think it would get in our airspace without us detecting it.
Yeah.
And we got a Space Force now. Do you know about that?
Yeah.
Trump just passed that with this new fiscal billing.
Yeah, it's stupid.
And that makes sense to me to do. People think that sounds crazy. You don't think other countries aren't the good, you know, Russia, the big countries, Russia, China, progress for trying to monopolize and dominate space? I want the Space Force.
Somebody's shooting at me.
Yeah, I'm not religious at all. I don't think any of it makes sense to me. I ain't against the concept of a supreme being.
Yeah.
I just don't believe in the humans versions of it.
Yeah,
Any other religions, you know, Holy Catholic or Holy Bible, or Judeo shit, or the, you know, or the fucking crazy Quran shit and all that stuff. I'm not against people believing in it either. I'm not casting judgment, because there's a lot of good messages and rules and things and stuff like that, and you know, that Bible has helped some people get off of drugs and alcohol and other stuff and that, and if it can be positive for somebody, I just don't believe in the accuracy of detailed accounts in it. That's all.
Yeah. I'm the same way. Like, I believe, yeah, like, I'm not religious or anything, but I do believe, like, there's, like, a higher being or something, you know?
Absolutely.
But, like, I don't believe in, you know, all these books and stuff, because those books were written by, you know, people.
Yes.
So, like,
we fucked up, especially back then.
yeah.
I mean, I'd be skeptical of anything that was written now. I'm 1,000 times more skeptical of their understanding of the universe and stuff from 2,000, 3,000 years ago.
Yeah. So,
when they didn't even have electricity.
and same with the drug. Did you hear about what they came out with vaping? What another thing they found out with vaping?
Oh, that's negative about vaping?
Yeah, it lowers your immune system like 24 times every time you vape. Like, it's insane. Not to mention the pneumonia you could get because you're putting liquid into your lungs.
Mist, you know? Yeah, you're bringing mist down into your lungs.
Like,
doesn't come back out.
You have to, yeah, you have to be fairly stupid. Like,
I've only taken a few hits off of one ever just to see what it was about.
Yeah, I'm a person that'll never do drugs. Like, I will never. The hardest drugs I've ever used were some Advil after I got a hangnail surgery done.
Like, I did acid once about 30 years ago. I'm not against the idea of ever doing weed. I've done weed in the past, haven't done it in a while. Wouldn't be against doing it again.
The only thing about
harmless.
Marijuana, I did my senior paper on marijuana. Basically, nothing good comes from smoking it. But
well, it is a good pain. It is a good painkiller.
The CBD oil is what is the good about it.
Right, the good parts of it.
Because when you're smoking weed, it is 25 times more tar in weed than there is in regular cigarettes. That goes into your lungs.
But yet these people, I hear that, and these people I see doing it normally seem healthy. They don't seem to be as wheezy and hacky as the cigarette smokers I know.
Yeah.
So I hear that, but I don't see it. I don't see it. And I know plenty of people that do this stuff, and I know plenty of people that, smoke a lot. And all the people I see smoke a lot always seem to be more healthier than unhealthy than the people I see smoking weed. I hear that stuff, but I don't see it.
Yeah. But
I've heard that before, and I think we got to put it into this thing. If you have weed done naturally, not stuff that government does to make things more addicting, they put things in cigarettes that they add stuff to cigarettes that are bad. Worse than just the nicotine itself. And they put stuff in there to make it more addicting than nicotine is already by itself.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good for business, right?
And the people who vape too, as well, like, you know, they're like, oh, it's healthier, you know, I can't get addicted on it. Like,
Well, you're
there's,
supposed to vape
yeah,
to quit all of it.
there's still nicotine
You're
in
supposed
there, you know? Like,
but you're supposed to lessen your levels
yeah. That's
through
what
the
my
program.
stepmom did. Yeah, she was a smoker and then she vaped and then like 3 weeks later she didn't smoke or vape anymore.
If you use it to as not a replacement for cigarettes, but to get off of all of it, then maybe it's not such a bad thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, like you said, to do it long term, it has some issues. I don't think it's meant to be a replacement, a permanent replacement.
And yeah,
It's supposed
like,
to be a program to get off of all that shit. Why don't they just do that with cigarettes then? You know, just have the cigarettes lessen everything until you get off of it.
yeah, but you're not like, with cigarettes, you're
You know what
still
it is,
doing
too?
it
There's a
though.
lot of habit stuff about smoking
Yeah.
that isn't necessarily drawn to the actual ingredients in cigarettes.
Yeah, you're still, you know, you're still doing it, like it's a cigarette still, so you're not kicking the
Right.
habit of smoking.
Right. You're kicking the physical habit, but the mental habit is the harder part to deal with, I think. I've been away from cigarettes for a long time, and past the part, I quit long enough where the part of the physical part was out of me, and I was still drawn to my mental addiction to it.
Yeah, there's just, I don't get people who do that drug, especially like people, you know, like kids, like, oh, they're smoking, you know, like right now, like they're smoking weed, they're vaping, they're like, do you know like what that stuff is doing to you?
I think the weed,
Like,
if it was in moderation, like say it was just like the way my boozing was when I was young, where I just, it's just for the weekends type of thing, you know, or something like that would be a horrible thing.
It depends, because
It's the everyday, the everyday part of your life where, you come home and you do it till you basically go to bed and stuff,
Yeah.
and, and that as opposed to just having a party night every weekend, just, at least in moderation, I'd say, you would definitely scale back the overall damage by quite a bit.
well, like I said, like, I can get, like, weed because, like, it makes you feel better and stuff like that, but I don't get vaping. I don't get,
I get the vaping if you were already stupid enough to get addicted on the cigarettes, that you thought that you were doing something that
better.
was, stop you from putting smoke into your lungs.
But you're just substituting that with vapor, like liquid.
Well,
Like,
there wasn't a lot of info on it, when they came out with it at first.
like, I don't know how stupid you'd have to be to start vaping. Like, it doesn't make any sense to me.
If that's the first thing you're doing and you're not doing it to get off of cigarettes,
Yeah, there's no reason you should
and you
vape.
just want to vape.
Yeah, there's no reason you should.
I actually think drinking's kind of stupid, to be honest with you.
I'd
rather do weed than drink.
I don't drink either. Like, yeah, I'm
It's anything you have to develop a taste for,
yeah.
because the first few times you drink in that, it is foul and disgusting. You could drink the finest beers for your first beers, and you're like, whoa.
Yeah. I don't like alcohol at all. I don't like the feeling. Like, I've had, like, some alcohol. I don't like the taste. I don't like the feeling it gives me. I don't like,
I like the feeling I get if I leave it at the part where you actually feel good
Yeah.
and don't go further. And after years of drinking, I don't drink at all now. But the last time I drank once in a while, which would have been like 10 years ago, 10, 12 years ago, I learned how to drink at a pace that I maintained a buzz. I never got to stumbling, walking around drunk. You got to. I don't know if you've ever drank enough to where you first feel that buzz coming on.
No.
And
I don't drink that much.
You drink at a pace slow enough to where you don't lose it, but you don't get all, pukey,
Yeah, you don't get messed up.
It's a buzz where you're right on the line of probably just over passing a DUI breathalyzer. Right there is like if you're around a .008, .009, you're not silly, goofy drunk.
Yeah.
You're just kind of buzzed a little bit. That doesn't feel that bad. That actually is kind of pleasing. It's like a hum. A buzz. It's hard to describe. I don't know if you've ever been buzzed on anything. No. It's like a hum. It's like a comfortable hum.
And
anyway, that beer and all that shit costs too much, dude.
Yeah, it's a lot of money.
It was really relatively cheap because it was before they decided they could tax it. It was actually relatively cheap to do when I was young.
Yeah.
Not no more.
Well, especially with all these drugs and stuff like that. Like, they're legalizing it in states, but what are they doing with it in those states? They're taxing the shit out of it.
It's still cheaper than buying it, behind because you got a bunch of middlemen and things and stuff like that too with when you're doing it illegally.
Yeah, but still the tax,
And you're getting better shit.
Yeah.
The legal shit is better. Because you don't have as much of the crookedness going on. You actually have FDA supervision and
well, and still, to me,
a lot of people will put fillers in their weed and that downgrades it.
Yeah.
Spread it out further.
Well, and
a little
to
bit of grass won't hurt anybody. Like real grass from your lawn clippings.
Yeah.
Gotta spread this shit out.
Well, and to me, to be honest, like cigarettes, alcohol, all these drugs and stuff, it's a complete waste of money for me,
Sure it is.
Why would I want
to
spend my money to hurt, like, guaranteed, like, no matter what.
To bring bad health to yourself.
Weed, alcohol, all this is hurting my body.
If you did the right amount of exercise every day, ate only good food. But it's stupid to eat some of that food that we eat's almost every bit as bad as doing cigarettes.
Yeah.
If you were someone who's just constantly eating ice cream and stuff and cookies and cakes, I'd take my chances with smoking.
Well, yeah, but like, me, it's not that hard, to be honest,
Oh yeah, your quality of life is better whenever you do nothing but healthy things and that.
Yeah.
No doubt. Your quality of life is better.
And there's a reason why to be honest, I have no friends, because all those friends
because that's what they're doing.
Yeah, they're, they don't care about their bodies and stuff like that. Like, really? You're going to hurt your body and then try to become, an athlete in college, but then you realize, oh, they drug test you in college and stuff like that. Like,
they never used to. Yeah. Back in my day, but
well, they definitely do now. Like, and they should. And like right now, all the jobs I'm getting, like the DJing job, they, you get drug tested for that.
Yeah, everybody does now. Everybody does now.
Like, I wouldn't have that job if I did drugs. I wouldn't have, I wouldn't be able to be a coach coming up. I wouldn't be, I wouldn't have.
Sure.
I wouldn't have 2 cars sitting in the driveway for me. I wouldn't, I wouldn't have half the stuff I have now. At all,
Well, you gotta make the choices of what's good for your body.
Yep.
And for you. I had a bunch of people that wanted to, and I'm not really too judgmental about the weed and that, but I don't want to be around the people, poking needles in their arms and
Yeah.
and sniffing shit up their nose. I'm not, I'm not crazy about that. That's too far for me. Everyone has a limit of what they consider is, too far, and that shit is like, I wouldn't like, be nasty to people like that, but I didn't want to be around
Hmm.
them. You got to do what you got to do, but you know, I remember people tried to, get me. They didn't put a lot of pressure on me, but hey, yeah, man, yeah, got some lines in here and this and that. And I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
that's cool.
And
You go have fun.
yeah, I'm like the same way, like high school. Oh, why don't you come over and, we can go smoke and stuff like that. Like, no. Like, is it that hard? Oh, you want to come
My
vape?
drug career
Here's,
is
you know,
weed like a very limited amount of times, and acid once. And
yeah.
acid was actually enjoyable, by the way, but that's
Wow.
something I still want to do all the time. You're indisposed for too long when you
Yeah.
do acid. You can't sleep for like fucking. If you take even a decent amount, you can't sleep for like 10, 12 hours.
Yeah.
I was getting tired. At the end of it, the party was over, and I was like all frustrated because I couldn't sleep for about another 5 hours after we stopped.
Hmm.
Like, yeah, I don't like that part of it. I'm done now. It was fun during the middle of the night and stuff like that. We were all out in the social scene and that. Now I'm sitting there lying in bed with my eyes wide open,
Yeah.
and it's like 8 in the morning, 9 in the morning, and I haven't had any sleep yet. I should be like dead,
Hmm.
tired.
I just,
So I guess what I said, there's consequences outside of legal and that, but consequences to your next day. I don't like doing stuff that your next day's ruined.
yeah.
You drink too much and you're hungover, you feel like shit and stuff. Great. You had a little for a few hours of fun the night before.
Yeah. Just,
I mean,
it just,
you gotta weigh everything.
yeah, it just, so like, that girl that, ended up ignoring me and I don't, give a fuck anymore, but like,
Who gives a shit?
yeah, like, I really don't care anymore. But like,
Is she the only girl in the fucking world?
no. But, she's like, so we went out
All
on
of
like,
them. I mean, I'm talking about any of them. Not
yeah,
her on a personal basis, but people getting all strung out over women and stuff like that. It's like there's so many other women, so many.
yeah. Well, I'm telling you a story right now, but like, she, we went out on a double date and whatnot, but like, this is when she actually did talk to me, but it's really weird, but and then she, like, we're sitting there at dinner, I paid for everybody's dinner because it was a double date, so I dropped the 100 on the table. I'm like, I'm paying, but they're like, oh, so what do we want to go do next? And like her friends like, oh, let's go back to my house and smoke and stuff like that. And the girl turns and looks at me, and what the, oh my god, stupid cops. And she looks at me and she knows like I don't do that. Like,
And that's what she wanted to do.
I don't know, to be honest. She never said anything, but her friend did, and her friend's boyfriend did, and I'm pretty sure like that's one of the reasons why too. Like, she doesn't talk to me anymore, but I don't give a shit.
I wouldn't.
I still, it'd be nice to know, to be honest, like why you don't talk to me. Like, why did you just end up ignoring me? But like, other than that, I don't care.
Inconsequential and unimportant in the scheme of things.
It is, but like, like, there's a dune buggy right there.
Do you think you'd actually feel better if you knew why?
To be honest, I kind of would.
You wouldn't.
Well, like,
You would.
I honestly don't care anymore because, like, I'm not gonna talk to her. She pissed me off. But
There you go.
like, it's like a person saying, like, it's just really weird because she went from, in 4 weeks, she went from saying, oh, I like you and stuff like that to just ignoring me.
She don't fucking know.
Like, I'm like, alright, like, Whatever.
I think the easiest way to approach anything, especially concerning with relationships, and especially concerning relationships with the opposite sex, is that as simple as you can make it, the better.
Yeah.
These kind of things aren't supposed to be hard. If it is, it was never your thing.
Mm.
If it's complicated and confusing and all that stuff, it was never your thing.
Yeah.